I'm looking for faults, interest, decay, rust, insect activity. Whenever you've got an area where water has got into wood or another force has impacted on it, it normally leaves some kind of imprint on the timber. The joy for me in wood turning is peeling back the outer bark and discovering what's underneath. The first and most important thing for me is skilling up and educating people who are going to be out in the field about the potential value of the timber that they're burning or just leaving to rot. I feel very, very lucky to have been born and brought up in this part of Devon. I live right on the edge of Dartmoor. It's a stunning part of the world. The most beautiful part of an oak tree is where you have a burr. On the outside, it looks like a wart, something that looks ugly and shouldn't be there. When you cut into that, it's got the most complicated, intricate, curly grain system that you'll ever see, and it's absolutely stunning. It's where an insect bores into the tree, and the tree reacts by trying to overgrow that area. So it is the tree's immune system trying to protect itself. What I'm trying to do is exploit those damaged, diseased, vulnerable bits, and I know that's where there'll be the most coloration and the most stresses in the tree, which creates the most beautiful grain. First time I turned was at school in a really old lathe. I had an awful lot of dust, scraped a bowl, but just loved the process. You go from just scraping and getting a finished article to then really practicing your cuts. It was like a surfer seeking the eternal wave. The perfect cut has got a noise. It's almost like a whoosh as you go across the wood. I will cut a piece of wood open and identify which is the best way to sit that piece for the most distinct parts to be most visible. I've spent a long time refining 2 or 3 designs, which are shapes that I know are pleasing to the eye. What I'm trying to do is bring the wood to life within a form that I know is elegant and simple. In choosing to turn the damaged, diseased, insect-attacked wood, you are making life hard for yourself. You have to turn it incredibly careful because it's more prone to breaking apart. It's more prone to disintegrating because of rot. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to have perfect tooling in order to be able to cut the timber without ripping out all the grain and leaving ugly scars within the timber. I love how metal and wood looks together, so I started experimenting with gilding. You've still got the natural beauty of the wood on the outside, and actually I think that's only enhanced by the block colour of the gilding on the inside. Contrast is as important as form and colour. If you've got something that you know is well made and the tooling is right, you've got the form so it's pleasing, but actually there's still an opportunity to add a contrast in colour, a contrast in texture, and actually I found that really exciting because it just gave me something else to explore. The essence that I try and put into each piece is an honest, down-to-earth love of vigour and beautiful timber. So I'm looking for a flowing curve of a line, a simple form, but something that's got really, really beautiful grain within it, and hopefully some really interesting, striking colour within. So you get a hit of colour, some real vibrancy, which I like to think I've got, a love of wood, and then something that cries out to want to be held. I'm not suggesting that I'm crying out wanting to be held, but there is something really nice about holding any form that's been nicely made, I think, and is made with some love, and these pieces certainly are.